Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with a brand new series for you. This is the Super Mega World Series, an idea that came to me as I was thinking about the Little League World Series. I wanted to create something similar to that, where teams from different areas come together and then they represent the regions as they move forward in the tournament. And that's what we're going to be doing here today. But as you can see, some familiar names up on the bracket here. This is going to be using the Super Mega League. And so what this brand new tournament is going to look like is each of these 8 teams that are involved. I've recruited 7 friends, online friends that have been obsessed with this game just as much as I am, and I put together a offline draft. But as you can see, there's 2 teams in each corner here. They've all claimed a division of the Super Mega League, and we're going to call those regions. Each of those regions had an individual draft. So if you take a look in the top left-hand corner, you'll see the Apollos, the Houston Apollos and the Georgia Soultakers. They both claimed the Beast division or the Beast region, and they had a 2-person draft only of players that come from the Moose, the Herbivores, the Wild Pigs, the Freebooters, and the Hot Corners. They drafted a full team of 22 with only players from that region or that division. The same applies for all of these. Each corner is the respective division if you were to look at the league in the game itself. So the bottom left there is the Boss region or the Boss division, made up of the Sirloins, the Moonstars, the Blowfish, the Sawteeth, and the Sandcats. Top right, you'll see the Epic region. That includes the Wideloads, the Platypi, the Beewolves, the Grapplers, and the Heaters. And then the bottom right includes the Overdogs, the Buzzards, the Crocodons, the Nemesis, and the Jacks. That is the Monster region. So we are going to see a battle of division supremacy here, as each of these teams is looking to move forward in the finals, represent their region as they approach the finals, and take the championship for their respective region. So we're going to be able to see these games play out. If you had an opportunity to check out one of my Elite Discord tournament series that has just recently concluded, then you will already be familiar with the format of how this will go. But I am so excited. This has been an idea that I've been working on for a really long time. A lot of work got put into this. I just want to say a quick shout out to all 7 of the people that had joined me in doing this. Everyone's busy with everything going on, and it was nice that we were able to coordinate this together. So good luck to everyone. Today is going to be starting with that top left corner. The Houston Apollos will face off against the Georgia Soultakers. That's the game that we're going to watch here. What I want to do before we get into that game, and I will try and do it efficiently so that we can have a reasonably short video here today, is I want to go to these teams and just show you some of the key players that will be in these matchups, and you'll get more familiar with these teams as we go. We'll start with the Houston Apollos. Anyone that's familiar in this the community might know One Boy. He is the one that drafted this team. I will say, by the way, we did have a 2-round draft where all 8 managers were drafting together, and we got 2 rounds of pulling in players from the free agent pool. So a couple of those are represented here. And as we go through this, you'll also see the numbers associated with these players. Some of them might be some of your favorite players. You'll recognize their numbers are different. That's because I have actually aligned it to what draft pick they were. So Morten Stanberg, for example, is number 1. He was the first pick in that draft for the Beast division or the Beast region. So as I take a look at some of these names here, you'll see Morten Stanberg stand out for sure. You'll see Wes Yogurt. You can see all these teams are incredibly impressive with some really great names on there. One Boy, and as you'll see, the next team, big fans of the Freebooters, and that's why they picked this region. So excited to see who can come out on top in the the Beast region. So this is the Apollos. We'll talk more about some of these players as the games occur. Let's take a look at the Georgia Soultakers. This team made up again of players from the Beast region. Key highlight here is going to be number 1 pick for the Soultakers, which was Bloop Michaels. Some of you might agree with that, some of you might not, but excited to see how all of this plays out with these teams that are incredibly talented. So one thing to note, I did ask for preference on starting rotations, so I will be making adjustments to that based on the manager's preference, but the team lineups will be set just by the standard default setting. So let's get started with game 1. Oh my God, it jumped right in. I am going to have to back right out and might have to start over again. I don't know why. I should have full control of all of these teams, so it should allow me to... that's crazy. I need to set the rotation. All right, hold on. Did I accidentally do play? No. I don't know what happened there. Weird. I am going to... My gosh, I don't want to have to re-record this intro. So what I'm going to do is... Let me see. That would be the problem. My goodness, I forgot to... This won't matter. I have to redo the whole thing. You get to watch a little behind-the-scenes action here as I am going to delete this and redo it completely. My apologies, everyone. Let me just check a look. Yeah, we're still good on time here. So let me go ahead and get this all set up. You get to see this behind the scenes here. I am very frustrated with myself. I forgot to set the team control. I don't know how that happened. I thought I did it, and it must have... Yeah, it stayed. Okay. 6 innings. No extra. And then I need to edit the bracket. All right. Oops. This is very frustrating. For those that are wondering around how this bracket was set, each team is set in their corner of the bracket aligned with their region. But what I also did was whichever team got the first pick in the draft got to ends up being the away team in these matchups. So the first pick of the Apollos and Soultakers was the Apollos. So that means home field advantage for this series goes to, for this series goes to the Soultakers there. So, all right, I see all of the teams in the right spot. I'm going to double check team control. All right, there we go. And we are going to start the tournament. I'm still so mad that that happened. Double checking, everything looks good. Yep, all right. So now when I click watch game, okay, there we go. So we're going to set the suggested lineup, but the rotation is going to look different. We're actually going to see the starting pitcher for the first game is going to be Doyen Stafford here. And we are going to, I'm just going to double check that I don't mess this up. And then for the Soultakers, which is run by Prack Nasty, Vaughn Prackniak. If you're familiar with his work on YouTube, go check him out if you get a chance here. He is the leader or the manager of the Soultakers. So we head out to Colonial Plaza, home of the Georgia Soultakers, against the Houston Apollos. Now that the official the games are set up properly, let's go ahead and get this tournament started. A little bit of a hiccup there, but we are on our way, and I got to be honest, this has been one of the most exciting projects that I have been a part of. I really enjoy the Elite Discord tournament, but this being the original Super Mega Teams, the idea of these regions came together so well. So Jem Quilita coming up against Morton Stamberg. Quilita, the number 10 pick in the draft for the Soultakers, strikes out Morton Stamberg, the number 1 draft pick for the Beast region, goes down looking, and now here comes Stockton Brickhouse with his Tier 2 Ace Exterminator against Quilita. Brickhouse was the number 11 pick for the Apollos. Everyone got to create their own custom designs for their teams as well, as you'll see. So it took a little bit of work to put those designs into the game. Some had a little bit more creativity than others, but all of these look really fun. And I'd love to see them out here in the game as Stockton Brickhouse goes down swinging as well. So 2 strikeouts for Qualita start here for her, and now she'll see Oakley Stiffs, number 5 in the draft. Qualita just peppering those pitches in there. She's missing the zone here in the all 3 pitches here against Stiffs have been misses, and now with Composed activated, she'll get the strike there. You'll see the Soultakers are at Tier 3 Composed, where the Apollos, or I'm sorry, Disciplined, where the Apollos are Tier 3 Spirited, as Qualita strikes out the side, and the Apollos go down quietly. So we'll shift spots here, and now Bloop Michaels, the number 1 pick for the Soultakers, will come up to bat. Tier 2 bad ball hitter and rally starter against Doyen Stafford. Free agent pick, so you see he's number 24. He was the 2nd pick in that free agent draft. So he was the last person added to the Apollos, and he gets a strikeout. So crazy start to this game so far. 4 batters have come up, and all 4 have struck out. Now here comes Snag Roper. Snag swings at the first pitch and pulls it way foul and out of play. Snag here was the 11th pick in the draft, and he'll bloop one over the head of diving shortstop Guns Jackman into center field to break up the streak of strikeouts, and we have a runner on first base for Pomp Duchy. Pomp over here, number 18th pick in the draft. So a little bit later on, but original freebooter coming in for the Soultakers. We'll pop this one up, and it's heading out of play behind the plate. 1-1 count here with 1 out and a runner on first base with no speed whatsoever. Doyen Stafford, good velocity, good accuracy, poor junk, and he'll use one of those junk pitches to get Duchy strikeout swinging. Hieronymus Jackson comes in, 8th round pick and member of the Moose originally, will come up to the plate with 1 out, has outside pitch at Tier 3, and it'll take an outside pitch and swing and pull it foul and out of play. Stafford will miss the strike zone there. Gets strike 2 on the inside, so 1-2 count with 2 outs. Stafford with a long look before he throws that pitch, and Jackson a little out of it, getting antsy that up there. And he'll hit one into the right center field gap. This one heading all the way to the wall. Getting to it and misplaying it is Host Tremendo. And that's going to be a RBI double as the slow-footed Roper runs all the way around the bases from first to home on the RBI double from Hieronymus Jackson, and the 8th round pick comes through for his team. Jeb Jumps now coming up to the plate. The hot corner was drafted in the 12th round. Good power, or good batter here. Poor fielder. He'll pull one into right field, and it's going to hang up for Oakley Stiffs to end the inning. So a little bit of action there from the Soultakers as they take the first lead of the tournament, 1-0 in the bottom, or through the first inning. These are 6-inning games, so they will go pretty quickly. Here's freebooter Guns Jackman, drafted 14th overall for the Apollos. Will fall behind 0-2 here. Has Tier 2 consistent. Pops one up behind the plate, ranging back and calling it. Catching that is Frank Battery for out number 1. Number 23 here, Teresa Ketchum, drafted in the free agent draft, comes in with Tier 2 Mind Gamer. So a little bit of an impact here to Qualita's accuracy, bringing it down to about average. And she makes contact, but it's going to be a slow roller to second. Luke Michaels will toss it to Duchy, and that'll be out number 2. So this Apollo's offense has been very quiet so far. Perry Quaker comes up, has Tier 3 clutch, but not activated just yet. Takes ball 1 high. He was drafted in the 13th round. Quaker coming from the Moose. And he'll pull one foul there. and then strikes out swinging way late on that fastball for out number 3. And that's another 1-2-3 inning for Gem Quilita. She's pitching a gem so far through 2 innings, 1/3 of the way through this matchup. And Henry Hamster will come up to the plate. Henry drafted in the 7th round from the Herbivores, and he'll dribble one up the middle. Doyen Stafford gets his glove on it and will toss the first. Out number 1. Up comes right fielder Juan Rojas, drafted in the 15th round. Another Herbivore, so him sharing time next to Henry Hamster. Few different Herbivores on this Soultaker lineup, despite him hating those damn grass eaters, and he strikes out looking for out number 2. Fank Battery, 5th round pick from the Wild Pigs, comes up to the plate. Always great to find a catcher with durable, so you can't really pass up on an opportunity like that, especially in a short tournament like this. You just want to make sure you have your primary catcher going at all times. Doyen with some nasty pitches here. He gets a 2-2 count, and Frank Battery sends that one into the right center field gap all the way to the wall. Host Tremendo comes up throwing, and no cannon arm activated there. Misplayed by Guns Jackman, and it's going to be a sliding double for Frank Battery with 2 outs and a 2-2 count. Comes up big for his team, and now an opportunity for Yoink Sachs, another Herbivore, comes up to the plate. Yoink drafted in the 20th round. Good defender, has a little bit of pop in his bat, not enough there as it ends up dying in left field to Morton Stanberg. And that's going to be out number 3. Doyen Stafford pitching pretty well. Unfortunately, he's going up against Gem Quilita, who is just mowing down this Apollo's offense. We'll see what she can do against Rip Dingers with Tier 1 low pitch and Tier 3 power versus lefties not activated. Rip Dinger sends one into right field and over that low wall in right field, and that's where you kind of got to hate the fact that you pick Colonial Plaza if you are the Soultakers, as that was an easy home run for Rip, and that will tie the ball game. His first home run of the tournament, and I don't have a good little call there for the Apollos, so I guess that one takes off and reaches the leaves the atmosphere, something like that. Who knows? We'll come up with something. And a grounder to third, misthrown, a terrible throw from Snag Roper, and not normally the best defenders. Pomptouche gets a good scoop there and gets out number 1. Gem Quilita made one mistake so far. She's been able to recover pretty quickly as she gets the grounder to first base, steps on the bag. Good coverage there, and that's out number 2. I think that was just foul, but I don't know for sure. And now here comes Morton Stanberg. Struck out in the first inning. You hope for more from him as he flies out to left field. Tier 1 high pitch, so that doesn't help him much. And Hieronymus Jackson will catch that to end the inning. But a low-flying home run from Rip Dingers as he rips one over the right field wall to tie this ball game up at 1 apiece. The Soultakers will start the 3rd inning with their number 1 batter. Bloop Michaels struck out in the first against Doyen Stafford. He has been showing that he does have some, or he can be taking advantage here, but instead he peppers one into the bottom right corner at Bloop Michaels, frozen for his 2nd strikeout and 2 at-bats. So not a good start from your number 1 pick for the Soultakers. And now Snag Roper, who snuck one over the right field, or into center field, pulls this one all the way into left center field. Host Tremendo getting a lot of action there in the outfield, and he tosses that in. Snag with not much speed over there stays at first base, and a 1-out single. We turn to Pomptouche, 0 for 1 today, and he dribbles one in front of the plate, misplaying it as Ketchum, and then she gets it over to first in time. Touche able to advance the runner over to second base, but now there's 2 outs for Hieronymus Jackson. Last time he came up, he scored Snag Roper from first. We'll see if he can do it from second this time, as he evens the count 1-1, taking that ball low and in. And a base hit right up the middle underneath the glove of Doyen Stafford, and with such slow speed, Roper has to stay at third base, but now runners are on the corners for the Soultakers, and Jeb Jumps will come up 0 for 1 today, but an opportunity with his great bat to strike while the iron's hot here against the Apollos. Runner takes off for second, swings through that one and misses it, and Guns Jackman will slap the tag for out number 3. So big opportunity and I think a bad decision for the slightly above average speed of Hieronymus Jackson to try and take off for second against a pretty solid arm in Teresa Ketchum. And that ends up being the end of the inning where they had an opportunity. They took the bat out of Jeb Jump's hands. And it's still tied here heading to the top of the fourth. Stockton Brickhouse with Tier 2 Ace Exterminator is activated. It did not help him last time. This time it's going to be a hard grounder to third, but Henry Hamster, very consistent, tosses over to first base for out number 1. Jem Quilita will get some mojo boost here, and now she's in locked-in mode as her attributes are looking really solid at pitch number 38 here. And it's going to be a hard base hit from, I believe that was Oakley Stiffs. He'll be standing on first base with a single. Only the second hit of the day for the Apollos is a base hit from Stiffs. He'll stand on first base. And Quilita with Tier 2 easy jumps. And Guns Jackman pulls one down the left field line, but it's going to tail foul. So that was not where she wanted to put that pitch, and she sighs a big sigh of release there, and she makes a mistake again, and Guns Jackman blasts one off into left center field bleachers. That one going 469. A bullet off the bat of Guns Jackman, and it makes this a 3-1 ball game. So just as quickly as Quilita was looking good for the first quarter of this, or the first third of this game, she's starting to make some mistakes, and Houston Apollos are taking advantage. Ketchum comes in 0 for 1 today, 1-1 count with 1 out. She'll swing through strike 2 way high in the top of the zone there, and takes a ball inside, so 2-2. Stays low, full count, composed activates a Tier 3 for Quilita, and she gets a high fly ball into center field, hangs up there, and catching that will be Yoink Sacks for out number 2. So here comes Perry Quaker, 13th round pick here, 0 for 1 today. Was hoping to see that that clutch trait activate and see how impressive that could be at Tier 3, but we haven't gotten the pressure too high yet. Perry with a good charge on that one, but it hangs up for Yoink Sacks. Easy catch there to end the inning. But this lead getting extended to 3-1 after the 2-run shot from Guns Jackman, of all people. So we've seen Rip Dingers and we've seen Guns Jackman. I know one boy is freaking out over his guys, his 2 boys getting those hits there. A leadoff base hit here for the Soultakers. I didn't catch who that one was. And now Henry Hamster will come up to the plate. High pressure here, so those clutch players for the... Oh, who's got Steeler? Is that Jeb? Oh, yeah, Jeb Jumps. Led off the inning as his at-bat got reset. Henry Hamster will fly out to left center field. Calling that is Morton Stamberg. We'll get that one in quickly. Runner retreats back to first base. And Juan Rojas will come up. Jeb Jumps got his at-bat reset when Hieronymus Jackson got caught stealing second. He took advantage and got a base hit to lead off this inning. And that one, Ron Rojas will bloop it over the third baseman and into the left field corner. Getting to that quickly is Stanberg, and he's able to hold the runner at second base, but now 2 on with 1 out for Frank Battery, who came up with a big double to right center field. Immediately pulled here in this situation, and Ryder McBride comes in with Tier 3 rally stopper, Tier 3 clutch. In a high-pressure situation is exactly why you want this guy in your team. Guns Jackman over to Annabelle Stokes, over to Perry Quaker, the double play to end the inning. And if you are the Soultakers, you hate to see it. The Apollos come through clutch there, and Ryder McBride stops the rally. Ryder was drafted in the, let's see, where was he? Ryder McBride of the Freebooters. Drafted in the 7th round, so a good investment there. Rip Dingers rips one into left field. Low ground ball between the 5 and 6 hole, and a leadoff base hit will turn to Hose Tremendo. I keep getting Hose and Hieronymus mixed up. Jem Kalita gets pulled by Charlie Best. Charlie Best from the... God, I'm not as familiar with these teams as others are. Where are you, Charlie? I'm looking at him on this list. Charlie Best was the 2nd round pick, excuse me, of the Moose. And he gets a strikeout here against Hose Tremendo. And we'll turn to Annabella Stokes, the Herbisaur's 2nd baseman. Known more for her defense than her offense. She showed it when she turned 2 in that last half inning. Runner on first with very low speed, a grounder to Pompduchy, over to Snag Roper, back to first base, and you love to see it. They respond in kind as the Soultakers get the double play to end the inning after a base hit. And hoping to get their offense going, they'll turn to Yoink Sacks. Tier 3, or I guess high pressure situation here, and McBride will stay in. He'll have that high pressure, increase his attributes with his tier 3 clutch trait. Grounder gets that ball foul and then strikes out swinging there. Yoink Sacks goes down. McBride showing his freebooter pride as he gets a strikeout there, and he has been very impressive in his debut here. Now pressure is in a max situation, so you can see all of his attributes have doubled. Bloop Michaels looking to find some way to get his bat going, and he does as he dinks one into center field, and that's going to be a 1-out hit. He gets his mojo back from tense very quickly. Now he'll be on first with great speed for Snag Roper, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He has been carrying most of this offense. He's the only one to score a run so far. And if Snag can get on base, we might see Rally Stopper activate again. 1 out here. Great speed at first. Popped up, and Snag knew it the moment he hit that one. It was off the end of the bat. Teresa Ketchum coming out of the crouch gets that one down the third baseline, about a quarter of the way down the line. A gentle pop-up there will get 2 outs, and Pompduchy comes up. Still looking for his first hit of the tournament, and he might get it here. Guns Jackman with a nice dive, but not the strongest arm, and it's going to be an easy infield single for Pompduchy. So runners on first and second, so we will see the max pressure and the rally stopper again. Look at that junk, where it came from and where it is now. Hieronymus Jackson already he's 2 for 2 with a double, a single, an RBI. He also got caught stealing. He has tier 3 outside pitch, 0-2 count, and he'll get a base hit up the middle. Runner around third and is going to be heading home. Hose Tremendo does not get cannon arm to activate. He still has a really strong arm, but 1 run scores there, and the Soultakers creeping back into this one here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-2 ball game. Apollo's lead shrinking as Jeb Jumps comes up to the plate. Got a single in his last at-bat. Runner on second has good speed, but has tier 1 base jogger trait. That's going to be a base hit from Jeb Jumps. Runner coming around second or third base. Cannon arm activates, and not in time. This is a tie ball game. Jeb Jumps comes through for his team. Runner coming around second base was Pompduchy. He's got good speed, but slowed him down around third base. Not enough for Hose's arm to come up for him, and now this ball game is tied. A grounder to short. Easy play for Guns Jackman will end the inning, but 2 runs for the Soultakers, and this game is not over as we head into the last inning. 3-3 ball game. Apollos will start with Morton Stanberg. They'll go 1-2-3 against Charlie Best. Charlie getting 1 inning of work, getting a strikeout and not allowing a runner to reach base. And a pulled ball down the first base line, and a nice easy play from Pompduchy as he steps on the bag. That's a rough day for Morton Stanberg. And now Stockton Brickhouse will come up. Still has tier 2 ace exterminator. That's a good trait to have in this tournament with so many great pitchers. Charlie Best is locked in at this point. has Tier 2 Elite Curveball, 2-1 count. Gets the strike called there, and a pop foul staying alive to Stockton. He hasn't shown what he can do yet. He's 0 for 2 today. 2-2 count, staying alive. A couple of foul balls here, and just working down that pitch count for Best. And he gets the call, strike 3, bottom inside corner, and Brickhouse can't believe it. And I guess you can't stay alive if you don't swing the bat. So in a max pressure situation here, Oakley Stiffs with Tier 2 bad ball hitter will pull one down the third base line. Henry Hamster will range to his left, and he'll scoop and toss to end the inning. So an opportunity here for the Soultakers. They're going to have to go 7-8-9 against Ryder McBride, who I think you might need to consider pulling him very soon here. As they do, K Frequent will come in, the freebooter ace, the S-tier closer, will come into this bottom of the 6th inning. She has the 2-seam fastball, and she has the screwball. She'll get a grounder to second base. Quick, easy out there for Annabella Stokes. Next is Frank Battery, 1 for 2 with a double already. We're still in max pressure here, and Frank will get pulled for Grunt Manley. Grunt did not get the start over Pomp Duchy today. Grunt Manley, the number 3 drafted first baseman from the Herbisaurs, falls behind on a 1-2 count. K Collector activates a Tier 2 for K Frequent. She gets a foul there. And strike 3 as Manley is way late on that one. The 2-seam fastball at the top of the zone could not catch up to it. And that's out number 2. Yoink Sacks, excuse me. I can't believe I said that. Yoink Sacks comes up 1-1 count. 0 for 2 today, and then make it 0 for 3 as K Frequent comes in and does her job. Sacks loses mojo, and we head to extra innings. Charlie Best has been efficient, only 17 pitches through 2 innings, and the Apollos will bring their best hitter, Guns Jackman, to the plate. Flash Evans will come in to replace Grunt Manley. Flash Evans behind the plate, backup catcher, but not a good one. And you can kind of see where some of these individuals have decided, or some of these managers decided to only go with one catcher, and it's kind of a drawback here. We'll see if that ends up playing a factor. Very weak fielding and arm. Guns will line straight to Bloop Michaels. And that's going to be out number 1. Now Teresa Ketchum 0 for 2 today. We'll have Tier 2 Mind Gamer activated, but right now with Charlie Best, his accuracy is not going anywhere. He is about the 30 pitch mark here, I believe. Oh no, 26 pitches here. So he's starting to get it to the end of his day. 2-2 count and a foul there from Ketchum. She'll foul another one off, so really working that pitch count. Charlie Best starting to get very tired very quickly. Full count, and Teresa Ketchum, this is the second time she's done this. Hard hit ball, but just got underneath it. And that's going to die on the warning track for Yoink Sacks, catching that for out number 2. Now Charlie Best should get pulled here. Perry Quaker, a Tier 3 clutch in a max pressure situation. This is exactly why you draft him on a spirited team like this. Look at that contact. Look at that power. This could be a mistake, letting Charlie pitch to him, especially with how gassed he is. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Could have been a lot worse, but that's going to extend the inning here, as the Apollos will have the potential winning run at first base. Rip Dingers will come up, power versus lefty at Tier 3. And Charlie will get pulled for Sal Slinger. Sale also a lefty, so power versus lefty still activated here. Maxed out power. Rip Dingers 2 for 2 with a single and that solo home run to get the scoring started. A pull down the third baseline, and Henry Hamster cannot get to it in time. I think he broke for that really late, and I don't know why he didn't dive for it, but Rip reaches first base, on another single. He gets a mojo boost. We see Perry Quaker, good speed with that Tier 3 clutch. And now Host Tremendo 0 for 2 comes up to the plate. Runner in scoring position. No arm behind the plate. This one blooped down the left field line, just tails foul in between the left fielder and the third baseman. 2-2 count here with 2 outs. And strike three. Sal Slinger slings that one in, bottom inside corner, and that's going to be strike three to end the inning and the rally. So Apollos can't score on this one, and now the Soultakers with a golden opportunity to win this game with their 1-2-3 hitters, starting with Bloop Michaels, who's 1 for 3 with a single, got his neutral mojo back. Tier 2 bad ball hitter could play a factor here as he gets a base hit, hard hit grounder past the diving first baseman and into right field. So that's going to be a leadoff single. Now Snag Roper comes up 2 for 3, popped up to the catcher last at bat. Still great arm behind the plate, so Bloop Michaels might think about trying to run, but I don't know if it's worth it. K Frequent about half stamina, and another pop-up here. Snag Roper has completely failed in these last 2 at-bats. Another pop-up, this one behind the plate, and Ketchum will catch it for out number 1. Pompdushi, 1 for 3. The freebooter looking to see if he can capitalize on, lines right to his peer or his teammate, Guns Jackman, for out number 2. Quick liner there. And now Hieronymus Jackson, double 2 singles and 2 RBIs. Can he be the clutch hitter they need? This one sent to right center field. It's carrying. Can it get enough? Is it going to get out of here? That's going to get out of here. The Soultakers. That one's been reaped and sent into the shadow realm as Hieronymus Jackson is the hero for the Soultakers on a walk-off 2-run shot. And the Soultakers take game 1 of the Super Mega World Series. This was a really fun matchup, a great way for this series to get started here. 5-3 ball game, a walk-off home run from Hieronymus Jackson, who went 4 for 4 today. Crazy game here. The Soultakers had the advantage when it came to hits, but the Apollos made theirs count in big moments, and that's why they went into extra innings. But 7th inning, they just couldn't do it. I think K Frequent got a little tired, stayed in a little too long, and it ended up costing the Apollos their first win. So they'll fall behind immediately and needing to work their way out of it. Take a look at some of the lines here. 2 glaring holes here at the top of the Apollo lineup. Both Stanberg and Brickhouse, both 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts combined. Just a terrible day for both of them. And Brickhouse had his Ace Exterminator trait activated in all 3 at-bats, and he struck out twice. So a shame there. Oakley Stiffs, not much of a big day. He did score a run on the Guns Jackman 2-run shot. That's the only guy that really showed up for them at the top of the order. Then you have Teresa Ketchum, Hose Tremendo, and Annabella Stokes all 0 for today. A base hit from Perry Quaker, and then the big day from Rip Dingers going 3 for 3 with a solo home run. For the Soultakers, they had production pretty much up and down their lineup with the exception of Yoink Sachs and Henry Hamster, but 2 for 4 for Bloop. He scored twice. Roper 2 for 4 with a run scored. Pompdushi 1 for 4 with a run scored. 2 for 3 for Jeb Jumps. He got an RBI, and base hits from Rojas and a double from Frank Battery before he got pulled. But the big day here for the Soultakers was Hieronymus Jackson, 4 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBIs, a 2-run shot, a walk-off homer to win this ball game. Pitching-wise, Stafford did pretty well. 3 1/3, 7 hits, 1 earned run, and 4 strikeouts. He just wasn't efficient, and so they ended up having to come to Ryder McBride, who, despite the 2 earned runs, pitched pretty well. He got out of some really tough jams. 1 2/3, 4 hits, the 2 earned runs, and 1 strikeout. And then K Frequent gets the loss in freebooter fashion, right? 1 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, a 2-run shot, and a strikeout. For the Soultakers, Jem Quilita actually got beat around a little bit. The first half of this game, much better than the back half there. 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 home runs, and 4 strikeouts. Charlie Best came in and did what he does best, 2 2/3 with 1 hit and 2 strikeouts. And Sal Slinger, he got the 1 out he needed. He did give up a base hit, but he gets the win here today. The top 3 are going to be Hieronymus, of course, and then Rip Dingers and Guns Jackman. The home run hitters sweep the top 3 here two eighth-round picks showing up big for their respective teams. And then Guns Jackman dropped all the way to 14. He's looking at you like, you should have drafted me sooner. Maybe that was the case. Either way, this was a fun ball game to watch, and this is how this tournament starts. This is how this World Series starts, with a huge matchup between those two teams. Next time up, we are going to see the Centralia Blazers versus the Delaware Blue Rocks. This will be a matchup of the two teams that come from the Boss region. That includes the Sirloins, the Moonstars, the Blowfish, the Sawteeth, and the Sandcats. So a couple of things. I want your feedback. I want you to tell me, what do you think of this idea? And I would just started, and there's going to be a few fun surprises along the way here. But I want you to tell me, who's your favorite player? What team are you rooting for? What region are you excited to see play out here? And yeah, I'm pumped. This was so awesome. I can't wait to see more of this. I hope it is that exciting, this entire series, and I can't wait to go along this journey with you. So give me your feedback down below. Don't forget to comment any thoughts you have, any other ideas you might have. Love to hear you. Also, share with me your favorite players from the Super Mega League, and we'll see them pop up throughout this tournament. But thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see more with you, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.